I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back with another episode. And today, we will be talking about the Army-Navy games. Why my name is Support the Troops. We also going to talk about the LA Bowl later at 8 o'clock. And then I'm going to just go over some of the awards won and the remaining awards left. But please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's just jump right into it. So we got the battle of the Army-Navy game today. Now, Navy comes into this one 6.5-point favorites. Neutral site game as always. Now, this game is 3 o'clock on CBS. So it's in about 20 minutes, 23 minutes, maybe a 10-minute delay. So maybe 3:10 around that time. But nevertheless, it's in about 20, 30 minutes. So for Army, watch the pass if you're Army. Because Navy can throw the ball. They've been passing the ball a little bit more of recent years. So this ain't your stereotypical Army-Navy triple option all day type game until we need to pass because late in the ball game. Got to watch the pass in general. Win the field position battle. Clock control, which is always big in this game. Execute at a higher rate because Navy's a really good team. And take care of the football. Last year, they had 3 turnovers, which led to Navy winning by 3 possessions, I believe. 2 or 3 possessions. Now, for Navy, obviously, like I said, they mix in the pass, so you got to mix it in. Get Eli Heinrich the ball, the wide receiver for Navy. He's been doing really good. You got to get the ball to Alex Texa, obviously, with this triple option that they run. Get Army behind the chains, which is big against option teams. Force turnovers, which was, again, big in their win last year. And I think if they put up a bunch of points, Army is going to be tough to match that. So score for the Navy midshipmen. And my winner, I think Navy wins it back-to-back. I think Navy beats Army again this year. I just think Navy's the better team. I know Army was the quote-unquote better team last year. They won the American last year. Had a really good season. But I think Army had issues early on at the quarterback position. I don't know too much they're really solidified, to be honest. Well, Navy has their guy, Blake Horvath, and I think he's going to have an absolutely good game. And they also can mix in Braxton Wilson a little bit with his athleticism. So I think Navy is the tougher team to stop. I think they can pass the ball pretty well. And I think defensively they'll get more stops than Army. So give me Navy to win this ball game. Next, we got the LA Bowl, which this bowl game between Boise State and Washington doesn't have too many opt-outs. Washington's head coach, Jed Fish, said he believes that Denzel Boston and Jonah Coleman should be good to go. The only opt-out Boise State has is their offensive tackle. When I look, Benfield wasn't an opt-out as of yet. So be on the lookout for that. But that was it for Boise State. Everybody else is good to go. Maddox, or Maddox Madison. Maddox Madison. I always mix his name. But he's playing. He played in the Mountain West Conference Championship last year. He's going to play in the LA Bowl. So both teams looking to play it. The only issue for Washington was Takario Davis, who's been out for a while due to injury, so he may not play, but that's fine. So for Boise State, Washington comes into this game as 10.5-point favorites. Neutral site game, as you know, is a bowl game. This game is 8 o'clock on ABC. For Boise State, all year, they've had to establish the run. So obviously this year, I mean this bowl game, they're going to have to establish the run. As I changed the color, I forgot to change the color. Boise State's got to stop Jonah Coleman. That's going to be big. You got to stop the run. You got to stop the run. Maddox Madsen has to be on point. He has to be on point, man. You got to be able to pass the ball against the Washington team. You're not going to win this game by just strictly running the football. He got to get the ball to guys like Latrell Capel and Curtis Marshall. Got to get guys the ball. Score touchdowns, not field goals. I see your comments, bro. I normally reply to comments after this, not the show, but like after I talk about the segment. So I see your comments though, and I appreciate you for watching. Forced turnovers, because I think that's gonna be big. I think that's gonna be big because I don't think that Boise State wins this game like with no turnovers, no extra possessions, no short fields. I think they need the forced turnovers, and like I said, score touchdowns, not field goals. Now for Washington, stop the run. Stop the run, because if Jonah Coleman is running all over this Boise State defense, it's going to be a long day at the office. You want to put Washington in positions to throw the ball, because if you throw the ball on the defensive end, at least when I played, coaches told me, hey, man, when you pass the ball, 2 or 3 things can happen. 2 of them good for the defense: incomplete, interception, or completion. So you want to – that's what more ways to try to force a turnover. So you want Washington. So they got to stop the run. I mean, yeah, so Washington stops the run. That puts the ball into Madsen's hands, and you possibly get interceptions. Get Denzel Boston the ball. He is your explosive receiver. He makes contested catches. He makes big plays. You want to get him the ball. You want to run Jonah Coleman, your back that has just been explosive all year. He's been a great back all year. Run Demond Williams. You want to establish the run, establish an extra dynamic on the offensive end of the ball with your quarterback. And last but not least, you want to force 3rd and longs. Again, forcing Boise State to pass the ball. Now, my winner in this is Washington, just because I've said it all year. I'm not the biggest Madsen fan when it comes to passing the football. Again, I see y'all comments, and I appreciate y'all for commenting. I've replied to them at the end of each segment, so appreciate y'all, though. Anyway, but yeah, man, I think Washington wins the ball game because Boise State inability to consistently pass the football at a high level. So I'm going with Washington to win this game. Now, I'm going to reply to y'all comments. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for commenting. I just normally reply at the end of each segment so I don't like mess up and stuff like that. But Director 9A, he says, hi, buddy. All is good. How are you? And I said, I'm doing really good. I appreciate you for watching yet again. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, all of that. But I definitely appreciate you taking your time to tune into my live. All right, hold on. Med Handed This Pain says, hi. How you doing? Appreciate you for watching. Jordan Mayer Z5Z says, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Hopefully you're having a good day. So like I said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Now, that's all the game. So, I forgot the timestamp, and I forgot the oh no, I did do that part. All right, cool. So let's go over the awards that have been won so far. So the awards that have been won. We got the Davey O'Brien, the Maxwell, and the Walter Camp. All of those awards have been won. Oh, hold on. Let me cue up my. All of those have been won by Fernando Mendoza. He went 226 of 316, 2,980 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 240 yards on the ground, and 6 touchdowns for the Indiana quarterback. So congratulations to him for winning those 3 awards. Now the Davey O'Brien is gone to the quarterback. They feel like is the best quarterback of the year. Maxwell and Walter Camp are like outstanding offensive players. So shout out to him for winning that. The Doak Walker was won by Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love, the running back. 372 yards, 18 touchdowns, 27 catches, 280 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So shout out to him for the year that he had for the Irishman of the Notre Dame. Next, we have the Bolitnikov winner, which this caused the stir on social media. But Makai Lemon of USC wins the Bolitnikov. Goes to the best receiver. 79 catches, 1,156 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Now, I know people see that it goes to the best receiver, and they just think it goes to the best receiver regardless of stats. And that's just not the case. Jeremiah Love is consistently touted as the best receiver in college football. I believe Jeremiah Smith is the best receiver in college football. But you have to put up the statistics. And I know he missed the Rutgers game. They sat him for the Michigan game. I wholeheartedly believe that they sat Jeremiah Love so he could be ready for the Michigan game. And that counts against you. I'm sorry. So Kyle Lemon had more yards. He had the same amount of touchdowns. And they said Jeremiah had one more catch. But, I mean, if you had one more catch, I mean, I got like 200 more yards. Come on now. And it's not like Mekhi Lemon wasn't making plays. So shout out to him for winning that Biletnikoff. I'm not saying Mekhi Lemon is better than Jeremiah Smith. I think Jeremiah Smith is the best receiver in the country. But I am saying I see why Mekhi Lemon won this award. Now, we go to the John Mackey award, which was won by Eli Stowers, tight end of Vanderbilt. Also, he won the Campbell Trophy for top scholar athlete. Eli Stowers had 62 catches, 769 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Again, I don't know if this started any topic and controversy because people don't really watch tight ends like that. But to me, the best tight end in the country was Michael Trigg. But he did not win the award, and I can see why. Eli Stowers had a great year for this Vanderbilt Commodore. So shout out to him for winning the award. We got the Nagurski, Dick Buckus, Lombardi, and Bednarik, all won by Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker, Texas Tech. He had 117 total tackles, 61 solos, a sack, 6 pass breakups, 4 interceptions, 7 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a fumble scoop and score for a touchdown. So shout out to him. He's the first player in Texas Tech history to win the Bronco Nagurski, which was like the best defensive player of the year. A lot of people said he was snubbed for the Heisman. I disagree. I feel like he's not high. He shouldn't have been to the Heisman. They was like, well, Manti Te'o made it. Well, maybe Manti Te'o shouldn't have made it either. And like, you can't say what one person did statistically in a year compared to another one because the other people in those years statistically were different. So, but nonetheless, I think Jacob Rodriguez was for sure the best defensive player in the country this year. So shout out to him for winning those awards. Next award we got is the Jim Thorpe. Caleb Downs won the Jim Thorpe Award and the Lot Impact Award trophy, having 60 total tackles, 40 solos, a sack, 2 interceptions, and a pass breakup, the safety out of Ohio State. Now, this one, you can argue that Leonard Moore from Notre Dame or Mansour Delaney from LSU should have won. And you could say he won this off his name. I mean, maybe not. I'm kind of indifferent. Caleb Downs is a special player. He makes big plays. So I'm not mad at him winning this award. Next, we have the Coach of the Year, obviously won by Curt Cignetti, University of Indiana coach, going undefeated, 13-0, the only Power 5 team to go undefeated. Yeah, the only undefeated team to go undefeated. No, Texas Tech did lose the game. Yeah, the only Power 4 team to go undefeated. Georgia lost the game. Who else won it? Texas Tech lost to Arizona State. And the Big Ten champions Indiana and the ACC definitely have an undefeated team because a 5-win team won their conference, and most of those losses were out of conference. So, yeah, the only Power 4 team to go undefeated. So, shout out to Cignetti for winning that award. Well deserved. Now, the Remington goes to most outstanding center, and Logan Jones of Iowa won that one. So, shout out to him for winning that. The Outland for the outstanding interior lineman goes to Spencer Fanu out of Utah. So, congratulations to him for that. The Lou Groza for the best kicker in the country goes to Tate Sandale, Oklahoma's kicker, 23 of 24, 32 of 32 on extra points, and he went 7 for 7 from 50 yards plus. So shout out to him for that. The Ray Guy Award went to Brett Thorson, the punter out of Georgia. So congratulations to that. And now this one I thought was controversial, but the Paul Horning Award for most versatile player went to KT Concepcion, receiver out of Texas A&M, who's a great returner. Great receiver, 57 catches, 886 yards, and 9 touchdowns with 63 rushes and a touchdown. But I thought Smith Snowden possibly should have won this award for Utah for what he does on the both offensive and defensive end, and I believe he returns as well. So I thought the most versatile player in college football was Smith Snowden, but congratulations to KC Concepcion on that one. And the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award goes to Diego Pavia, quarterback out of Vanderbilt, 242 of 340 yards, 3,192 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 152 carries, 826 yards, and 9 touchdowns on the ground. So those are the awards that have been won already. Now, I have on my paper, we have 2 awards left. We have the Ted Hendricks and the Heisman. Now, I looked for some Ted Hendricks finalists. I didn't see a finalist list. So I picked 3. And my 3 were David Bailey of Texas Tech. Oh, where did I just click? Oh, here we go. He has 43 total tackles, 27 solos, 13 and a half sacks, pass breakup, 3 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Ruben Bain of Miami, who have 37 total tackles, 19 solos, 4.5 sacks, a pass breakup, interception, and a forced fumble. And my last nominee was Cassius Howell of Texas A&M, 29 total tackles, 19 solos, 11 and a half sacks, 6 pass breakups, and a forced fumble. And let's see if I can find it. I know it's a sound here, but my winner is, where is it? My winner is David Bailey, defensive end, Texas Tech, who transferred from the University of Stanford. I just think with the 13 and a half sacks, 3 forced fumbles, he had a great year, and that Texas Tech defense had a resurgence. So I think, like Jacob Rodriguez winning his award, I think David Bailey will win the Ted Hendricks Award for best DN in the country. And the last award we have left, which goes on tonight, is the Heisman. We have the Heisman Award, the finalists for the Heisman. The nominees are Fernando Mendoza, which I went over his stats already. We have Diego Pavia, which again I went over his stats already earlier. We have Jeremiah Love. And we have Julian Scain, quarterback out of Ohio State, 279 of 356, 3,323 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Now, my winner, who I think should be the Heisman, because the answer who I think will win and the answer I think should win, 2 different. So I'm going to go with the person I think should win the Heisman first. Diego Pavia, quarterback out of Vanderbilt, I think should win the Heisman. Not only for what he's done in the air, which is pretty comparable with all these quarterbacks, but what he's done on the ground. Again, the extra 826 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground. He led Vanderbilt to its first ever 10-win season. Now, it sucks that Vanderbilt has its best season ever, where the likes of Texas A&M almost had a 12-0 season for the first time since like in the 90s or the 80s. Since Bama only had 1 loss in SEC play, that 1 loss being to Oklahoma. Oklahoma having a great season in SEC. It was just so top heavy on the SEC. You had a lot of 1 and 2 loss teams in conference in the SEC. So Vanderbilt, unfortunately, having their best season ever. In the grand scheme of things, didn't matter in terms of playoff and SEC, which was very unfortunate. And I know a lot of people are going to argue Mendoza should be it, and that's why I think will win it. I think Mendoza will win it. And I think he's going to win it because of that Big Ten championship, the performance he had in said Big Ten championship game. I think he's going to win it, but who I think should win it is Diego Pavia, quarterback out of Vanderbilt. And that is the end of our show. Please, again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who came through, left a comment, said something. I'm just sorry that, I want to acknowledge y'all, but I have to do a show as well. And I will acknowledge you. I just want it to be known for no new listeners who wants to leave a comment in the future. I normally do it in between segments. That way I can get the segment off, people can get informed, and then I'll acknowledge you, so on and so forth. But I appreciate y'all coming through nonetheless. Like I said, this is a network, so we do have shows on the network. We have the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave every Tuesday and Friday, which I was on the show for the past 2 shows. I was on Tuesday and Friday show, but they normally go live at 7 to about 8:30ish. We got Unfazed. It goes live every let me not say every Tuesday, normally on Tuesdays, but it's been a little different lately. They go live at 9:00 Eastern, 8:00 Central. That's Joe and AJ. Then we got Baseball with Teddy, BWT. Just stay on the lookout for his episodes. He may be recapping the World Baseball Classic. He may be talking about some of the trades. I mean, the Tigers just made a trade yesterday. Then we just signed Jansen from the Angels. So Tigers making a little bit of moves. Not the moves I really want. I want some offense. Come on, Tigers. But be on the lookout for him. Fantasy football with Coach Coombs. Some of y'all fantasy football playoffs is starting this week. So make sure you tune in to him so y'all can get tidbits and waiver wires. I know the week started Thursday with Bucks and the Falcons. And if you had Kyle Pitts, I hope he wasn't on your bench, as well as Mike Evans. So tune in to him. We got Dave's Doghouse, highlights and lowlights of sport. We got RBO, Real Ballers Only. And we got In the Red Corner, featuring Ty Ricky and Tomo. boxing episodes. They go live normally on Sundays, not every Sunday, but they normally go live on Sundays around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So whenever there's a boxing event coming up or it's happened, tune into them. They'll talk about everything. So make sure y'all tune into that. And that's all the shows we have on the network. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to those as well. And if you like what you're listening to, stick with us. Now, I'm gone. The Army-Navy game starts about 5-10 minutes. Hopefully, y'all enjoy some of this college football. You got the FCS playoffs going on right now. Before I went live, Villanova was up 26-21 with Charleston State getting ready to punt. Right now, it says that Charleston State has the ball with 7:51 left in the red zone. The timeout being called. So, good game going on there. So, if you're not watching no college right now because you think it's no college football on, turn to ESPN, watch some FCS college football, man. There's also some college basketball going on. My Michigan State Spartans, we won today on the road. I accidentally fell asleep before the game and missed all of it, but we won on the road by 4. I seen Devine had 23 points. Shout out to the backup point guard there. Arkansas takes down Texas Tech, upset. Arkansas was 17, Texas Tech 16. So that's an upset technically. So shout out to Coach Cal. Yeah, Coach Cal. He's won some big games. Arkansas destroyed Louisville, beat Texas Tech. That's a good team. Now, granted, my boys took care of them, but it's just to show how good my boys are and how good Coach Cal got these Arkansas Razorbacks playing right now. Shout out to Coach Cal for that. We also got some big games coming up: Nebraska, Illinois, Kansas, NC State, Michigan plays Maryland, Gonzaga, UCLA, Alabama, or Arizona. That should be fireworks. So we got a lot of SMU, LSU. We got games for sure to come on today. So it's a lot of great college sporting events going on today. And we got the Heisman. So, but appreciate y'all for stopping through. I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.